Hey, overcomers, hope you're all having an amazing day. Today's message is create your reality. See, something we have to understand is that we have the power to change our outer worlds. We have the power to change the experiences that we have in our lives. But too often we are limited by our beliefs because what you believe will be true for you. Okay. And as I was thinking about this message, God brought back to my remembrance in the book of John, we know the story of the man that was at the pool and, the healing pool. And for years upon years, he was waiting at the side of the pool. And here comes Jesus. And Jesus comes along and he starts to tell him how, if he would be able to get into the pool, or every time he tried to step into the pool, there were people blocking him, getting in his way. And all of a sudden, Jesus just says to him, take up your mat and walk. How many of us are sitting on our mat, sitting on gifts, sitting on visions, sitting on dreams, sitting on things that God has placed inside of us? But because of this outer world, but because of our belief that we can't make it or that we can't do it, we stay in certain states. And I truly believe that a lot of times our outer world is really a reflection of our inner world, because as we know, our thoughts create. We know Neville Goddard talks about imagination creates reality. We also know that thoughts become things. And Earl Nightingale, another author, said, we become what we think about. And we know the word itself talks about to call those things that be not as though they are. And you shall decree a thing. And if you will speak to the mountain, and you will have whatever you say. There's so many scriptures on the power of words and our thoughts. And because of certain beliefs that we hold, we stay in certain states year after year after year. But if we would change our thinking to match the thing that we're believing for, the thing that we're praying for, that dream, that vision, and really start to go within. And I'm telling you, you have to, when you're pushing towards something and you're believing for something, you almost have to have blinders to the outside world. I'm not saying that you don't see it. I'm not saying that you might not recognize it, but you have to get to a point where the thing that you're believing for, that reality that you're creating, that vision holds more weight than the circumstances that are showing up in the 3D, than the circumstances that show up in the outer world. Because your belief and the things that you believe, either it's going to be a help to you or it's going to be a hindrance. You have to understand that. It's either going to help you or it's going to hinder you. And too often, for some reason, people are programmed to believe and accept the worst. Like there's this popular saying, and I hope I get it right. It's like, hope for the best, expect the worst. Like what? No. As people of God, as conscious creators, as those that know the power of our thoughts and our mind and understand how the subconscious works, no, we need to always expect the best. You're here to live a victorious life, an overcoming life. Yes, challenges, they may come, things may show up that's contrary, but we're here to live our best life. Like, to me, I'm like, what would be the point? God created us, and then you live a less than life and then just die. Like you go through all this trauma and stuff and then die and don't gain anything from it. What would be the point? So in order to change our lives, we really have to be disciplined, okay? And this is why sometimes I talk to you about a mental diet. And Neville Goddard also talks about a mental diet. It's kind of like how in the natural, when you are dieting, and you're trying to change your body in terms of like losing weight and exercising to tone up, there's certain things that you're just not going to eat. Okay. Instead of that, bacon cheeseburger, you're going to decide like, guess what? Let me have a salad today. Instead of those French fries, you may say, you know what? Let me go for the green vegetables. Let me have some string beans instead. So it's kind of a daily discipline. And as you're walking through like that diet, it's a day by day choice. You're choosing to make better decisions. It's the same thing with a mental diet. When you're creating your life, by design, and as I believe God wants us to, like, I don't believe we would have, like I said, dreams and visions and goals and all of these desires and then not have them come to pass. But the key to seeing those things manifested and showing up is you have to be disciplined. You have to, on purpose, daily, choose to think the right things. And trust me, I know it's not easy, okay? It is not easy. But the thing is, like, your better life, your vision coming to pass is like so much greater. It far outweighs the things that are happening here in the natural. And I truly believe, like, if you've been given that, it's been given to you by God because you're supposed to fulfill that while you are here on earth. It's a part of your purpose. It's a part of why you were created. So I hope this message encouraged you. Try at best. Today, I want to encourage you to start to create your life on purpose. If it means taking a few minutes to sit quiet and just visualize, taking a few minutes to script, to write out certain affirmations, certain affirmative things, because too often we speak negative to ourselves, okay? And here's the thing, your mind, your subconscious mind is always listening. And you are always with you, okay? You may have other people around you and family, but you have to love yourself. You have to have some sort of self-love, okay? And have like some, sense of self-concept that you want the best for yourself, okay? And I'm here to encourage you too, because like I said, you're here to live an amazing life. So in order to get there, it's a day-by-day process, and it's choosing to create the right thoughts and choosing to think the right thoughts and to believe the right thoughts so that you can see certain things come to pass. So I hope this message encouraged you. I hope it inspired you. Always be an overcomer.